Reading next will be Graeme Smith and Anthony Horton. A round of applause, please.
A man takes his wife for a walk in the countryside. He stops to listen to the sound of a great spotted woodpecker. But back on the road, he realises that what he was hearing was the distant tremor of a pneumatic drill.
The Gumtree job applicant didn't consider whisky his favourite, but he hadn't sucked anything else out his trousers that day. On second thoughts, he probably had.
The man prodded the contents of his bag down using a coat hanger. On top had been his favourite jumper, until he realised he couldn't remember where or when he got it.
A postal worker composes a cento and writes a line on one envelope to be delivered to each of the first 100 addresses on a round.
A teenage boy makes eye contact with a gnome in a front garden on his street. He mouths the words, "fuck you," and subtly gives the gnome the finger.
The man stuffs his shirt with sheets of newspaper in a supermarket car park. It was good for keeping out the cold. He'd read that somewhere.
A man steals a laptop bag from another man on a bus. Inside the bag there is no computer, but a copy of Art in Theory, 1900 to 2000.
A woman out for a summer stroll in the woods eyes up a plump pigeon and considers what a fine meal it would make.
A woman cooks a meal for her family, but accidentally uses daffodil bulbs instead of shallots. She does not reveal her mistake.
A man in his mid-30s is unawarely spontaneously begun whistling the tune of Row, Row, Row Your Boat while out on a date.
The mind is the great multi-bloquist for the ear. The blender was the dentist, the number 16 the murmur. The record popped a neck vein.
Whatever it takes, this is liquid inebriation we're talking about, from crotch to cuff. We're all drenched in it, unless we exhibit control, which we don't.
Knitwear amnesiac shouldn't have started pulling at his own loose thread.
Grade each page of Finnegan's Wake in red, with smileys and see-me's.
Bearded, covered heads, joblessly living, tenor garden, tax gnomes.
Crumpling his repertoire, hunched for warmth, his trouser leg expanded to the blizzard in his mind.
Art is data, and art is theft, and data theft is still theft, and theft is an art, so read the marginalia.
Carrying stock slalom through roadside fence posts, sounding piano wire sonatas or open flesh wings.
Golden trumpeters announce secrets in the bellies of your young.
Whilst wistful whips whip his hips, his will, his wits, what next?
Talk about art, your ambient sound, equals squeak, paint chips away at the ears and the teeth. Stress, free and easy, a breeze screams at me, my spouse on
Highland Commissioner, essential and desirable qualities, poor, sodden and fucked.
Aradian raided the racks for spun gold in the homeless.
Hoist me through barbaric dreams, usurp lucidity, radical transformer of lexicons, lick the undersides of my feet and expedite my understanding.
Itsy bitsy vagabonds, nomadic psychonauts, all burdensome, get back under Amanita mascara, emergency exits located here.
Carbon dated or aged, speed aged or dated, composition decomposed, freezing his buckyballs off under columns in the sun.
Confidence is tricky, art is dada no longer, the stolen click-click beat of forms that found poems in gallery spaces that caused my fingers to ache as I typed them.
Trip and strip me, up and off, buffoon bird ballooning, the piano keys are feathers, the maestro is miffed by oily semitones.
A marching band spouts the rumour, dendrologists attacking brass, instrumental use of blooming shoots
Impart
introduced.
themes of future other, white time away, find a little solace in canny alteration. A young girl stops to rescue an earthworm stranded in the concrete walkway back into the soft mud where it can once again be free.
A man sneezes whilst performing cunnilingus on a lady he only met for the first time 40 minutes earlier.
The woman knew that this was the best work she had ever done as she stitched the pig's heart back in the pig.
The shed didn't make the man feel happy. He folded up with the cardboard boxes and was placed down the side of the skip.
The butcher's face was porous and red as tongue. He licked his dry lips in the mirror as he washed his hands.
A young girl discovers her pet rabbit has died. She finds a kitchen knife and curiously begins her crude surgery.
The auto-tailor isn't a person, so shouldn't have a character sketch.
The auto-tuner is a better ventriloquist than dummy.
The baby's face had absolutely no skin in it at all.
The bullfighter had a paper cut.
A girl kisses a frog knowing full well it won't turn into anything other.
The lad had courgette flower ears.
Legato ligatures and slime writhe and cut fingers. The oil in our skin burns our skin.
Parker pen and head pad for 40 years, 40 minutes to pussy-induced anaphylactic shock, preamps cot straws.
Fluttering amongst ventricles and viscera, these dark, deep colours appealed to her aesthetically as she decided to incorporate them into her wardrobe for next season.
Carbon nihilism, erected it, expected more, please recycle me.
Slathering its reflection, slathering back, his bloodshot eyes, fatty cuts of his cheek, magenta tongue lolling towards itself, the man and his work were one.
The vivisectionist never goes hungry.
You push my buttons, so I threw cash at you, questioning your theory.
Do re mi fa sol la ti do. Don't speak to me, find my solfege in your silence.
Lullabies were never adequate to hush this strange specimen.
The tall bullfighter wore a skin-coloured blaster, his paper cut stung.
Hope Springs aquatic head night therapy treatments.
It's not easy being green, tubular and phallic. Still, better to be heard than to be seen.
You, constructed of hoops, loop like infinity bisected regrow.
Nasal for days now, acting up in situ. Tongue tips the clitoris. Damn it, I'm flaccid.
In spring,
God bless you.
intestines are in.
One of the few elements known since antiquity, he was Wednesday's special
At
uplift.
the meat market stage, leaps on the apron, raving after shaving.
Never scoff at offal. It goes awful well on waffles.
Quoth the mini statement, nevermore.
Selfish soffleger is monotone. Me,
Skinned, happy, hardcore bams, lullaby.
The toreador was busy, bled through the bandage, bled to death, on death, in the afternoon.
Liquor, quite like the couch I lie on. Courteous, 24 plastic members. We're going to scream tonight, ladies.
Embargoed in superstores, he was boxed into the upper cut crust. Culinary herd caught him on the ropes.